All right, guys, I am going to be making today a Hobby Lobby fall sign inspiration. I mean, you could call it a dupe, but I am using different material. I did start already. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I'm just going to start over, but part of it is already painted. In the Hobby Lobby one, they used kind of like this material, not material, they used these signs, but in different ones so it stands by itself. I don't have the different sizes for Hobby Lobby, so, or not, I don't have the different sizes for this particular project in this sign. So instead, I'm going to use pallet wood that I had my husband cut down for me. As you can see, I already started to paint one, but I just did them all in different sizes, just so they'll stand up. I think the Hobby Lobby one had, so they'll just all be in different sizes. So it'll kind of look like that when it's all together. So I am going to be using, let me get these all straight. Oh, I also did sand. I took some sandpaper and sand down as smooth as I could get it. It's pallet wood, so it's not going to be that smooth, but at least get it somewhat smooth. I am using the Waverly chalk paint and plaster. I don't like bright white for the most part. I prefer to have an off-white, which this is. And all I'm going to do is just give these a good coat, and I will be doing front, back, and sides. Well, maybe not the ones that go together, because I'm going to probably wood glue them together, and raw wood and wood glue is better to use than trying to. All right, so I'm back. These are dried. I did this side here, and then whatever sides were showing. So like this had part of it that was showing. I didn't want that to be undone. I mean, when it's all together, that's one thing. But whatever you could see, I painted. Got those painted, dried them with my heat gun, with the help of my heat gun. In the Hobby Lobby sign, there is distressing. It looks like they did it with paint, so I'm just going to do it with paint. I may distress around here with some sandpaper, but I'll have to see. I need to find my chippy. Oh, there it is. My chippy brush. So use my little chippy brush is what I call it. I think I'm going to go in. I might use. I don't know if I'm going to use my Territorial Beige or my Burnt Umber. I think I might use Burnt Umber on this one instead of the Territorial Beige. I think it was a little bit darker, so let's use that one. I'll just do my Burnt Umber. I don't have anything. Let's put it, usually I have a little piece of, here, let's just pull this out and I'll use this as my, so I'm going to do one piece at a time. There we go. We'll just use this. Put a little bit on here. You don't need a whole lot because it's really, really dry. So I'm just going to take my piece of wood. I'm just going to dab it off, half of it. I'm just going to do here, mine's not going to look exactly like theirs, but I'm going to just come in and make some lines to make it look like where they had it, which is fine, because you also remember you have to have your, so we'll just come in here and do this. I think theirs in the Hobby Lobby one, to me, I think it looked really too, I'm going to say manufactured. All right, so my hot glue gun is ready. I'm going to use a combination of hot glue and some of this super glue wood glue. I love this wood glue. I get it at Dollar Tree. It's $1. When you can find it, when I can find it, I always grab it, but I have like several already. But I'm going to use a combination. The reason being is the wood glue will give you a longer lasting hold, but the super glue, the hot glue will hold it instantly, which is what I need so I can get this all put together. So I'm just going to start here, and I'm just going to put some up to where that ends. So I'm going to just put some hot glue on, or hot glue, wood glue on first. Lord, if I could talk today. And then I'm going to come in with a little thing of just a little bit of, actually here, before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit, just a tiny bit of wood glue on here. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the edge there. And I'm going to put these together and make sure that they line up. at the bottom. All right, so I decided to go ahead and do the stem, or the pumpkin, yeah, the pumpkin stems and the raffia. So all I did really was, honestly, I had gone out in my backyard and pretty much just picked out a, if I can get it in the camera, picked out a stick. This is a pine, white pine branch. I just found it laying on the ground, picked it up, it works perfect, and then just cut it into these little pieces here. So let's see, can you see it? Yep, there they are. Those, I did 4 pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these. I'm just gonna use my hot glue gun to do that. I just trimmed them down. Oh, whoops, that's not good. I just trimmed them down so they will stay. Actually, I think this one needs a little bit better. Let me trim this one just a little bit. Oops. So it would sit on top of here a little bit better. I'm not worried about perfect. It's, you know, it's supposed to look old. So I'm just gonna add hot glue on here. I'm gonna have to get another hot glue stick. And then I'm just gonna stick this in just about where I think the center is. Press it down. I'm gonna hold it for a minute just to make sure that it's actually on there. Make sure it's all around. I might have to add a little bit of hot glue underneath there. And it's okay because it's going to get covered anyway with the raffia. Alright, so I have all my stems on, and I'm going to use some of this raffia from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut off like pieces of it. And I think, I'm trying to decide whether I want to just kind of wrap it. And I think I will. And honestly, I think I'm just going to do that and glue it here and then cut it. So that's what I'm going to do. Just like that. Little straight piece. That's, there we go. And I do, there we go, my little protector. Stick that on there until it dries. There we go. Okay, glue all over me. So for this one, I think I'm going to add, it's hard to, I'm going to trim this down. That up. Now what I am going to do is take these bigger pieces, thicker pieces, and I'm going to tear them so it frays the raffia. It makes it look more like straw sitting on top of it than, you know, just, let me see if I can get in here. It's not always the easiest. It looks easy until you have to get in there and get these little teeny tiny pieces. And it's not so easy. There we go. So that way these edges are a little bit more frayed. All right. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that with the rest of them. All right, so I'm upstairs. I printed everything out on my Cricut. I did want to show you here real quick. I took everything off, and then there's just a little piece in here. I'm just going to come in with my Cricut tool and bring that up. So now it's all completely ready to go. And you could, if you wanted to, go ahead and take these off and stick them on the board, but I'll show you how you can do it with the transfer the sticky tape. So all I'm going to do is take my transfer tape off. I'll move this out of the way, put it over top, and then let me grab my, I thought I had it out, but I didn't. My little Cricut, I don't know what you call it, spreader. It's not really a spreader. I honestly don't know. And then that will lift your letter right off. Get rid of that. And then you're just going to try to, well, see where you want to put it. You could center it. You could put it down at the bottom, which I think I'm going to center in between. I am honestly eyeballing this. I'm not really getting, I'm not measuring. I'm trying to eyeball and see what I like, if I like it. And I think I'm going to keep it. To me, that looks good. Now, I am using Dollar Tree vinyl. Surprisingly, it's very good vinyl for $1. It's not really the best value because you don't get that much. But the only other thing, too, that I don't like, it's not in a matte black. It's a shiny black. But I figured for this, it would work. So I'm just going to rub it on there, and hopefully it comes off. It's not always the best at sticking to this palette wood for me. So as I do this, pull it off. Actually, it's sticking really a lot better than I thought. There you go. And then I just, that's what it looks like. Let me get it in focus. Now, the Hobby Lobby one had leaves. I don't want the leaves. I prefer not to have them, but this is what it looks like. I think it's a pretty good replica of it. I like it, and it's definitely going to go out in my fall decor. I think it turned out cute. I think the F might be a little off, but honestly, all in all, it you can't really tell. All right, guys, I hope you like this, and if you do, let me know in the comments, and I can do more of these different ones. It's not necessarily just going to be fall, but fall is the season that's upon us now. And then I'm definitely going to be doing Christmas. I don't decorate for Thanksgiving, so I'll be doing Christmas, and then of course following from there, doing different spring decor and other things in between. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.